Hey, the Lazy Comet from the future is back, now with jet lag and a few souvenirs. You've read the video title, so you know what time it is. That's right, it's Master Mode time. If you don't know what Master Mode is at this point, well, you'll like it, but you should really start from the beginning, or at least World 6 Part 1. Anyways, back to the evil challenges. We left off at 6-09, so take it away, past me. 6-09 Squeeze Through. For those of you wondering, the custom shape is hidden in the platform. That's why we can't move the whole bridge down as one big piece. For funsies, I switched all the roads on top of themselves to make it fit before lowering the bridge down. (6-09 Master Mode. Help given. Budget increased and hydro phase delayed. Master Challenge. No hydros, less hydro phases, and added a bonus limo and anti-cheese. Hey, I said this was the world of custom shapes and lipkins, not the world of taking away my hydraulics. I need those! Somehow I don't think the solution was to strap several brick walls to my roads to use as counterweights, but you can't argue with success. Especially if you get 3 out of 4 to click back into their starting points. (6-10 Bridge in a Box). This level looks simple, but you gotta ask yourself, where is the custom shape? Ah, there it is! We're gonna need to have this bridge unfold itself if you want to beat it without breaking anything. Rather than do something complicated like keeping the road deck flat or calculating exactly how far things need to rotate, I just flipped the bridge 90 and shoved as much of it inside the box as I could. That's what thinking inside the box is like. As for thinking outside the box, well, we don't care that much if it breaks. (6-10 Master Mode. Help given. Budget increased. Master Challenge. No falling block catapult cheese. Smaller box. You can't build outside the box. I must confess, I cheesed this level pretty hard. Twice. Sorry for the low quality, but the only proof I have that this ever worked at all is the in-game replay saving feature. I built this in about 10 minutes. I thought outside the box, and I built outside the box. There was nothing stopping me from doing it. The level got updated to prevent road placement outside the box. That was fine by me, I just tweaked the design a little bit more. Well, apparently, I still wasn't following the spirit of the level, because it got updated again, and now the Hand of God obliterates any attempt to build on top. This time, I followed all the rules. Let's move on before they move the goalposts again. 6-11 Wall Jumping. What's better than one spring cannon? How about 5 of them? If you've ever wondered what it would feel like to be a ping pong ball, now is your chance! (6-11 Master Mode. Help given. None. Master Challenge. The buggy is now a bulldozer. If you think spring cannoning a bulldozer in a narrow trench is hard, you're absolutely right! It's not turntables levels of tediousness, but that's still a 1 standard weight bulldozer we're trying to chuck up a chute. (6-12 Mind the Gap. Can you squeeze through this narrow opening without linear linkages? Yes! Yes you can! By putting 2 simple 90s swinging opposite directions from each other, you can get a straight line. It's no Lipkin, but it's very effective. 6-12 Master Mode. Help given. The earthquake has made the slot in the wall larger. Master Challenge. Checkpoints and flags have been moved, and we're down to 1 phase. Only 1 phase? Does this mean I need to learn about dwell linkages and splitting hydro phases? No, not at all. Turns out the gap is now big enough to just swing the whole thing through easy peasy. Though we do need to drop a chunk into the void to avoid whacking the other Model T. 6-13, Pinball! There is some very funny history with the pinball. Back when Polybridge 2 had just been announced, there was a little bit of trolling going on in the Polybridge server. I'll put it up on screen for you.
Waiting for news on PB2, smiley face.
When's PB2 coming out?
When Eunice gets $0 solutions for all levels.
On some levels it is not possible to clear $0 in-game. Lol.
Have you not encountered the bonus minigames that rarely pop up after completing a level? If you play them well, you can lower the total budget down to $0 with the prize money you earn from them. They're really rare, so most players may have never even encountered a single one.
I don't believe you.
Shrug. I just hope the pinball minigame returns in PB2. That one's easily my favorite.
How to become PB2 tester?
Find the secret pinball minigame in Polybridge 1.
Well, joke's on all of you because it turns out the devs have a terrible sense of humor and decided to turn Polybridge's 1 circle maze into a pinball level. I have a second solve for this level where I only used wood, road, and rope, but it doesn't look as cool as my budget solution, and this level takes long enough to simulate anyways, so we don't need to see it twice. 6-13 Master Mode. Help given. Budget is increased. Master Challenge. 2 extra checkpoints, and the checkpoints are ordered. The new order is now right gate, left gate, spiral center, spiral bottom, spiral top, right flipper, left flipper, gutter. This level was not too bad. It just takes a long time to simulate. It doesn't deviate too far from the original core concept, however, there is a much more evil version of this level. The evil version is on the workshop, but it was deemed to be too hard to be part of the Master Mode series. And that's saying something. It's almost exactly the same, except the checkpoint order is completely reversed. Yes, reversed. You have to start at the bottom and work your way back up. Yeah, no thank you. "6-14 Spin Cycle. Parallelograms to the rescue." The hard part of this level is figuring out how to get the power out of the spinner, but once you have the linkages set up, it's just smooth sailing. "6-14 Master Mode. Help given. None. Master Challenge. The spinner rotates the wrong way, and the taxis need to go back. Getting power out of the spinner is now a whole new challenge. How do you convert a continuous 360 degrees of rotation into an oscillating 180 degrees of rotation? Why? With a Lipkin, of course! Under the right conditions, a PU ciliar Lipkin linkage can output 180 degrees when you move the end point linearly. Yeah, I'm just kidding. This is a terrible way to power something. Lipkins are quite weak, and this mechanism is overcomplicated at best and a janky disaster at worst. There are better ways to do this. Unfortunately, I get an idea in my head and just don't stop until it's realized in all of its terrible and inefficient glory. "6-15 Special Delivery. No roads? No problem. we can just move the custom shapes and drive on them instead. (6-15) Master Mode. Help given. None. Master Challenge. The ground is cracked and falling apart, and the car has to go back to the start of the level. We can just spam hydraulics and jank our way to victory. -20?
Alright, lazy comment. We fixed 6-15 Master Mode.
BRB, I guess.
We figured that the level was too easy by Ireland standards. So then we forced him to resolve it with actual linkages instead of hydro spam jank. Have fun resolving.
Okay, let's try that again. 6-15 Master Mode. Help given. The box is lighter and the budget is supercharged. Master Challenge. The earthquake broke the terrain. The car has a factory defect and needs to go back to the start. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. And the hydros are limited to 4. While the box is lighter, it's not any less easy to manipulate. I used a different linear mechanism this time called a grasshopper linkage. It's much stronger than a Piusilia Lipkin, and boy do we need a strong linkage here. But it does not move in a perfectly straight line, but that's okay, because we have lots of room on the sides. Amazingly, this garbage pile of steel manages to successfully hand off the custom shape not 1 nor 2, but 6 times without a failed reconnect, and expertly dump the sports car on its nose at the flag. 6-16 Rube Goldberg. This is it. We have reached the end. This is the last level in the main campaign, and boy howdy is it a doozy. We've got 4 vans locked inside cages that open when a ball, dispensed from the ball dropper, is dropped on them. Each van triggers a separate hydraulic sequence that sets off the steam car, tow truck, and pickup truck. I figured the easiest way to badge all those balls was to build a hopper and hold them all and release them when I needed them. Let's watch this roll. (6-16 Master Mode. Help given. Budget is higher. There's more Rube Goldberg from before. How is that helpful? And the pinball for 613 is here too. Are you sure this is helpful? Master Challenge. There's now a chopper that needs to do a loop-de-loop. There's a buggy that takes a tour of the entire level and triggers the DIY marble section. There's now a DIY marble section. A sailboat slices the steam car in half. And the speedboats are really trying to do the same thing to the Model T. Lastly, we must sacrifice all the sports cars and taxis to complete the 1-1 recreation. Well, we have nearly 1 million polybucks, so how bad can this really be? Oh no, we have to go all the way to phase W. And we have dominoes now? I guess this is where the chopper and Model T got hidden. This DIY section doesn't look too bad, and how do I trigger the Vespin? Oh, it's A6. Who's A6? Oh, the buggy is A6. Where's A6's checkpoints? Oh, no. This is gonna take a while. Alrighty, it all starts at the ball dropper. We send marble number 1 to the left and send the rest to the right. A lot goes on in parallel here, but we'll get to that. We'll back up when we need to look at those things. We've got enough speed on this marble to jump the gap and head down to the lower section where we trigger van number 1 and seal him away for all of eternity. While that was happening, the dominoes get set off. As soon as the dune buggy escaped its hole, we reuse the mini marble as the trigger for van number 2. That van sends the steam car to be cut in half by the boat, but through the power of flax tape, the car and more importantly, the bridge survives. Flax tape. The number 1 dentist recommended tape that sometimes stops leaks. Meanwhile, the last 2 balls head to the right. The first one goes to van number 3. This one sends the tow truck across and opens the catch for the final ball. Now, we get ready to follow the buggy, and it goes on a wild ride. Once we give the Vest Pinball a good kick, it rolls through the DIY section and triggers Van 5, which starts the Model T and Chopper. Somewhere in all this mess, we have a split joint release the saved ball for Van number 4, and it allows the pickup truck to reach the end. By this time, we have finally sent all the taxis and sports cars to their demise, and their husks lift up the final piece, completing the 1-01 recreation and signaling the end of this world. Alright, and yeah, let's fix that brake. I guess that's it. Let's watch it back. And this is it. At like basically 3 hours, it's effectively solved. Okay, he got the checkpoint. That's it. The compact car collects the flag. And that's it. Holy shit. That is worlds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Holy fuck. That brings us full circle. The full campaign sweep. Which now leads into what you can expect next. For starters, I'm not putting 1-13 Master Mode at the end of the videos anymore. The joke is dead and I've run out of ways to solve it. But the results of the poll are in, and the weekly challenge Master Mode has won by a landslide, making it the next video. I may do other things, but that one is first. I've got a lot of levels ahead of me to solve, which you can watch me bash my head in live on Twitch, or you can subscribe to get notified when I released an abridged video of that head bashing. I hear the difficulty curve for weekly challenge Master Mode is all over the place, so it'll probably be another 4 months until that video happens, so don't bother turning on notifications just yet. But that's it for now. You've been watching The Lazy Comet, and I hope you'll keep me in your orbit. We'll be right back.